Where does calm really come from? I finally figured it out. As I laid in bed this morning, something hit me, and I want to share it with you while it's still fresh in my mind. I've been asking myself this question for weeks. Where does calm come from? Because for the first time in my life, I'm actually experiencing real calm. My mind being at ease has been a complete relief. My nervous system is on complete chill. I'm loving it. I've been operating with complete clarity, sleeping better. Little things no longer bother me because I'm fully responsible for my peace. And the best part is, my mind is no longer racing. I've been relaxing in my man cave, as y'all can see, just enjoying the silence and the rhythm of my own breathing, writing, chilling, going within myself, just enjoying life, giving gratitude for every little thing I'm creating and experiencing. So I'm here to tell you it's okay to sit with yourself and not feel restless. It's okay to be still and stop chasing the next thing and be at complete peace with where you are. If you've experienced the beauty of this, I'm happy for you. If not, it's something you definitely want to obtain for yourself. That's why I'd like to share what I finally figured out with you guys. Calmness only sets in when you actually embrace change, not when you achieve something, not when you get what you want. It physically happens once you fully embrace change. Let me explain what I mean. Most people never experience real calm because they're holding on to who they used to be, not realizing that that's exactly who they're trying to free themselves from. They're carrying their past like it's supposed to define them forever. That's where you messing up. You can't be transformed reliving old mistakes, replaying old failures, stuck in a version of yourself that you've outgrown. At some point, you got to realize as long as you're hold on to that, you can't be calm. Why? Because you're at war with yourself. You're trying to move forward while still dragging your past with you. That's why you're suffering from so much internal mental friction. This is what's keeping your mind racing. It's also keeping you anxious to where you can't relax. You need constant stimulation just to avoid sitting with yourself at this point. Trust me, I understand. But when you embrace change and you make a real decision to let go of who you used to be, that's when all of the friction disappears and calm sets in. And I'll be completely honest with you. You have to separate yourself from everything and everybody in order to accomplish this level of inner peace. I don't care if the only privacy you have is going into your bathroom to speak to yourself, or soak in the tub, or sit on the toilet with your face in your hands just to take a deep breath. You actually need a private space to be alone in order to do what I'm talking about tonight, because it's you versus you. You can only be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The goal is accessing your higher self, God, your superconscious. But in order to do that, you got to push through all of the racing thoughts to get to that point. And when you get there, you got to ask for peace. The only thing it knows is how to do what you asking of it. But you got to get out your own way in order for this to work and allow it to work. Once you make contact, keep going back to the source of infinite supply. Entering this secret place in your mind is exactly how you take your power back. Here's what I realized about my own life while I'm talking to y'all. I don't ever want to go back to who I used to be again. No disrespect to the old me, but I'm good on him. And I'm not saying that with any level of shame. I'm saying it actually with complete gratitude because it took that version of me to get where I'm at tonight. It took the mistakes, it took the lessons, it took the pain. All of the things, all of those things, those were necessary in order for me to learn the initial lesson. But I'm not that person anymore. And I'm okay with that. Actually, I'm more than okay with it. I'm grateful for it because I finally understand that life isn't about your past. It's about acknowledging that you basically lived through it and that you learned from it. And you're still here, you're still standing. Now you get to choose exactly who you become next. But most people, they can't do that. And it's only because of one reason: they can't let go of the old version, they can't embrace change. So as a result, they stay stuck, repeating the same exact patterns, living the same exact story, never experiencing calm because they're too busy trying to be who they used to be. And I get it. Change is very uncomfortable. It's not for everybody because it's actually the hardest thing you can do and it requires work. Therefore, it's easier for them to stay the same. It's easier to be the party guy. It's easier to always stay turned up, always moving, loud, always on go mode. Because when you're moving that fast, you don't have time to think. You always got your volume on 10. Therefore, you don't have to feel. You don't have to sit with yourself and face what's really going on inside of you. I'm not the bearer of bad news. I'm the bearer of truth. So I'm going to run it to y'all straight. Whoever this applies to, you can't be that person forever. At some point, you got to grow. You got to evolve. You got to become the man or woman that you're supposed to be. And that requires change. And here's the thing about change: this applies to young or old. And I need you to hear this. Time is not on your side. Once you realize you got a chink in your armor, it's time to change. You literally need to go within yourself to fix yourself. Stop holding on to what's familiar because what's unknown to you feels scary or feels dangerous. You got to either get bold enough or tired enough to face the unknown because that's where growth lives. That's where calm lives. The unknown is where you find the key that unlocks your next level. So when you embrace it and you stop resisting who you're actually meant to be by letting go of who you've been, that's when everything in your life shifts. Your mind stops racing because you're not at war with yourself anymore. Your body starts relaxing because you're not fighting the process anymore. And your life starts flowing because you're not blocking your blessings anymore. So let me tell you what happened when I finally embraced what I'm talking about. I feel free. I feel like what started out as a mission for wealth has made me wealthier in so many other ways, starting with peace. I'm at peace with myself now. And until you experience the vibe of being at peace with yourself that I'm talking about, words can't really explain the level of cool you start to feel. Like, I'm not even tripping on you because I know I'm cool with me. I don't feel obligated to be cool with anybody. You either love me or hate me, but either way, that opinion belongs to you, not me, because I love me, and that's all that matters. I no longer need validation or overstimulation. I don't have to go out to have a good time. I'd actually rather be alone or on here talking to y'all because I know that every time I'm on this microphone facing the world, I'm walking in my purpose. And it took courage to get here. And it's hard to maintain it. But guess what? When you keep putting in the work and you keep showing up, working on yourself, blocking out all distractions, staying focused on being efficient in every little thing you do, it doesn't just pay off, it becomes easier. I love the silence of self without the noise of this world being involved. I can go into my world whenever I want by just going into my mind. And when I'm there, I can do what I want, be who I want, and I'm not bothered with nobody. That's a good time to me. Silence and meditation and visualization, reading, writing. What used to be uncomfortable is peaceful now. And I literally don't have to be around a bunch of people. I crave stillness, the moments where it's just me and my thoughts, because I'm not afraid of them anymore. I'm not running from myself anymore. I've totally embraced who I'm becoming. And that's the most peaceful content feeling in the world, I promise you. And once I got here, once I stopped resisting change, that's when the formless substance started working in my favor. That's when my mind stopped racing. That's when opportunities started showing up. The phone started ringing. I got blessings falling in my lap left and right. And the only thing I regret is I wish I would have found this sooner. But I'm going to tell you like this, it's all God's timing. And I'm grateful that this found me and I found it. Because this is what I've wanted for myself my entire life. And I just didn't know where to find it. We call out for God our entire lives, not even knowing that God is within us. You got to decide to push through all of the darkness in your mind, then call on him. He's in you just like he's here in me. It's the distractions of the exterior world and the noise in your head that's keeping the two of y'all apart. Block all that out. And I promise you, clarity will start coming to you naturally. I promise you. I haven't forced anything good in my life. What I'm telling you I did is what I'm doing. And all of these things just start happening. And I told y'all from day one that if it works for me, it'll work for you. And I'm taking y'all with me through every phase of growth and every phase of change. So my message to you and for you today is simple. Get out of your own way. Embrace change. Stop trying to be who you used to be because it's played out and it's outdated. This is the season of blessings and overflow and nonstop cash flow. Stop judging yourself. Stop walking around with the guilt complex and just let it happen. Forgive yourself. Like cause produces like effect. This is how you level up daily. People that used to know you, they're going to look at you weird, but check this out. Who cares? You can't worry about them or what they think about you at this point. You got to put on your cleats and suit up because it's game time, y'all. I did it. That's why I'm telling you, you can do it too. Because by doing this, I know who I am. I know who I want to be. So I'm going to be that. And it's non-negotiable because that's the deal I've made with myself. Not because I'm trying to prove something, but because I finally gave myself permission to grow, to change, to become. And that permission, that was freedom to me. true freedom, true richness, calm, real peace in everything I've been in search of. That void I lived with throughout my life has been filled. And I don't need drugs to fill it. I don't need women to fill it. No party attendance is even necessary. I don't need company outside of my lady or our children. I don't need meaningless conversations. I don't need any of that because for the first time in my life, this is not what I think. This is what I know. I got me. I got God. And if God is for me, who can be against me? Nobody. And I'm good just how I am, where I am. And the best is yet to come. It gets greater later. And let me be very, very clear. I'm not judging anybody watching this for choosing to stay the same or exactly where you are because this path ain't for everybody. Some people love constant movement. Some people love drama. Some people need the noise because the silence is too heavy for them to handle. And that's okay. Everybody's on their own journey. But if you're watching this and you're still here, you're probably not one of those people. You're probably someone who's tired of the noise, the chaos, and fed up with running from yourself. And you ready for something different. So this is my advice to you. Do it. I'm giving you the game along with the wisdom right here. I kept telling y'all to get your own copy of The Science of Getting Rich. I told y'all that I plan on doing everything that book tell me to do because the book says you cannot fail. Well, I have yet to fail, y'all. My elevator is going up. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm already rich because wisdom is more precious than gold. So I'm going to say it one more time for y'all to understand. Calm doesn't come from achieving something. It doesn't come from getting what you want because you can have everything and still feel empty. It only comes when you embrace change and you give yourself permission to grow. True wealth is created from sitting at the table alone with your thoughts and becoming okay with what you find there. I found God because not everybody has that ability. Not everybody wants that ability, but you do. I did, and that's our superpower. So we got to become one with that because the only thing I care about on this level is mastering myself. I don't care about the money. I really don't care about the success. I don't care about the fame. All I care about is myself. Being a good provider and leaving a legacy for my family. Learning, teaching, serving my purpose by helping you do the same exact thing that I'm doing. Success and materialistic things are just outcomes and byproducts. I'm actually connected to the source now. The source creates all. It's a infinite supply. That's why I'm detached from all outcomes, knowing everything I desire is already mine. Learn to call on things as though they already are, because once you master yourself, everything else in your life gonna start to flow. Your energy becomes magnetic. Life gonna start responding to you completely different. Learn to talk to the soil. The harvest will take care of itself. You're no longer carrying the weight of being who you used to be. Let that go today, right here, right in this moment as you watch this. And I'm telling you this because you deserve peace just like I deserve peace and everything good in life that comes with it. You will know a tree by its fruit. Everything you've been chasing is about to catch you in this season. So here's the work. Tonight, I want you to sit with yourself. No distractions, no noise, just you. And I want you to ask yourself, what version of me am I holding on to that I absolutely need to let go? then let it go. Not with force, but with love, appreciation, and gratitude. And thank that version of yourself for getting you to this point. Then step into who you're becoming, because that's where your power lives. All power. Having a good relationship with yourself translates into having a good relationship with God. That's just what it is. Love God by loving yourself, because you deserve a quiet place to call your own in this life, away from all stress and frustrations. Don't take my word for it. Grab your own copy of The Science of Getting Rich. The link is in the description. If this message gave you any level of clarity, do me a solid and show love by hitting like, subscribe, or leaving a comment. And if you're not a reader and you still want to support the channel directly, click the link to buy me a coffee. We appreciate you giving us your time and your attention. And as always, we're going to end it the same way we always do. All gas, no brakes. Lock in.